Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Novelist. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. So, we're getting back to the Novelist, and I have very much been excited for that. So, I think my face is in the wrong corner. Oh boy. I can never remember where my face is supposed to go, but I noticed it was covering the title, The Novelist. So we're back to The Novelist. This is an itch game that I got in the bundle for Justice and Equality. And as always, I'm going to link to it down below if you want to learn more about it. And we're just going to jump back in and get back to it. So we're on chapter 5, I want to say, maybe? The Inheritance, that's right. So, Dan gets a phone call, if I recall. No, he gets a letter with some surprising. Alright. So again, we are not playing this on stealth mode, so we are free to roam around as we please. Whether your child enjoys arts and crafts, swimming, sports, recreation, singing, or exploring, they're sure to have a ball at Camp Emerald Lake. We know that every family has unique needs, and we strive to be as flexible as possible. Daily, weekly, and monthly packages are available in both sleepover and pickup options. Our lifeguards are fully certified. Every counselor is trained the cutting-edge cardiopulmonary resuscitation technique. Our goal is fun, but our priority is safety. The enclosed brochure contains information on all the exciting opportunities at Camp Emerald Lake. I'm sure you'll find many things to like, and I hope to see your child soon. So it seems like somebody's thinking about sending Tommy to a camp, which Tommy may or may not want. I feel like a lot of times in like these kinds of things, the kid doesn't want to go off to camp, but sometimes the kid does, and that's gonna, depend on a lot of stuff. My guess is there's a chance that Tommy will want to go to this camp, but they won't be able to afford it. So here's a drawing from Tommy. It looks like him playing frisbee with a friend. So we know Tommy's lonely, and we haven't really prioritized him thus far in our playthrough. That's probably going to continue just because I do like, to kind of get into one piece of the story at a time. Dan, I hope you're doing well. I got this address from your father. I hope it's correct. I'll get to the point. When your cousin Richard passed away last year, we discovered that his pipe business had done very well. He wasn't wealthy, but he was very comfortable. At the execution of his will, we were somewhat surprised to find that he wished to distribute his estate among all living blood relatives. He reserved the lion's share for his immediate family, I'm sure you'll understand. But there was a portion allotted to you as well. Enclosed is a check for the full amount. I trust you will honor his memory by putting it to good use. Uncle Wayne. So I'm wondering if we'll find the check. I can see it. This is the book. I know it. So let's go into Dan's memories. Still can't believe how many people showed up at the reading. Maybe I haven't faded into obscurity just yet, but forget about the publicity. That's fleeting. Won't matter in the end. The best thing was having a deadline and hammering on that chapter. I think I finally evened out the voice, and I think Scott's backstory is finally settled. Never underestimate the motivational power of a potential public humiliation. Okay, good to know. So he was happy with how the public signing went that we had him go to.
Don't joke like that.
Don't joke like that.
And when I finish my book in December,
When I finish my book in December, don't joke like that. So he joked about finishing the book in December. I don't know if that's like advanced, like ahead of their schedule, or behind. Who knows? It's summer now.
is there something out there?
Is there something out there?
The entire world's out there.
The entire world. So Linda is definitely just unhappy with what's kind of become of the life with Dan. Going to the funeral alone was hard. There's a part of me that understands why Dan couldn't come, but I don't think I'll ever get over him not being there. What would Grandma Jo have thought? She probably would have had the perfect advice, something like what she used to say about living a balanced life, not just a balanced week. Dan came to Dan coming to the visitation did at least make it a little more bearable. I have to give him that. So yeah, we had the compromise so that he still made it for the visitation. He just didn't make it for the service. I wanted to see planes so bad. Why didn't Daddy take me? So let's explore his memories.
What about your rocket?
I already played with it.
So what about your rocket? I already played with it. So we know Tommy's just been unhappy. I am worried about what's going to happen if we continue kind of ignoring him. But I did kind of say that I did want to focus on the book, on Dan's book. So we're back to this drawing. This drawing comes up again and again. Tommy's clearly unhappy, standing next to his father.
Hey, son.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, honey.
Hey, Mommy.
Okay, so we need to look for more things to read. I called the co-op today. It isn't wildly expensive, but sure doesn't fit into the budget. It was a bigger letdown than I thought, not being able to just sign up on the spot. It gets so lonely here sometimes. I think Tommy's starting to feel it too. We try to play with him every day, and the woods here are pretty magical for someone his age. But kids need to be around other kids sometimes. He can only play with his cars so often. Sometimes I wish there were actual neighbors here. The only friend he's made is Davy. But seeing them at the park once in a while isn't the same as having someone to pal around with every day. It's summer vacation. He's pretty much all alone. Alright, so Linda seems also concerned about Tommy, which is good. That's what parents do. Dan, I looked into it, and the guy at the literary register said that pre-release ads do drive up pre-orders quite a bit. It's his job to sell ads, of course, so we have to take that with a grain of salt. I usually leave this kind of thing to the guys in the marketing department, so I'm a little out of my depth here. But I checked with them, they said the same thing. So it seems like the ads would make sense if the book is good. You don't want to oversell and underdeliver. I have to say, this is the first time I've had a writer offer to pay for extra marketing. You sure about it? There aren't any refunds if the book tanks. You've got some drive, though, coming up with an idea like this. I'll give you that. Think about it and let me know. Paul. So Dan's trying to push the book. And so this makes me feel like we're definitely making the right choice to focus on the book. The Literary Register, May edition. Inside, the Books of Summer, Adam Skyer's The Interview, America's Top Small Run Publishers. Okay, we can now read Dan's thoughts to see what he would like.
What did I do?
Anne, I'm gonna cut right through the pleasantries and ask you, who's this guy Ryan that Mom mentioned on the phone? Someone new? Are you trying to keep it a secret, or did it just slip your mind the last time we talked? Spill it! Things here are moving along, I guess. When we came up, I thought it'd be great to have more dedicated time to paint, but I didn't realize it would be so isolating. I miss having more people around and having new ideas floating about. I got lucky in town last week, though. I found an artist co-op called Makeshift. It seems really interesting. It's not too big, but there are lots of different types of artists there. I'll probably call and try and get more details. I don't remember if I told you this, but I've been thinking about going back to painting full time. Anyway, enough about me. Tell me what's up with you. Love, Linda. So that's the co-op that doesn't currently fit in the budget, unfortunately. I only met Rick once at a family reunion. It must have been 15 years ago. Turns out he made his fortune by, get this, selling high-end pipes. The Sherlock Holmes kind, not the plumbing kind. He must have been a hell of an interesting guy. I mean, he found a niche and made his way in the world. You have to respect that. It makes me wonder, am I giving everything I have to this book, or am I leaving myself an out? It isn't announced yet. I could always pull the plug. I'd never get another advance again, sure, but there isn't a gun to my head. Unless I put one there. Metaphorically, of course. That's very dark. So I'm like, have we found everything? Send Paul an example ad from the Literary Register. So that's the magazine we found. Alright, so here's another drawing of Tommy playing on his bike with a friend. Bring my kite to that camp. So Tommy wants to go to the camp. That's the inheritance. Throw some gear in my painter bag and take it to the co-op. So she wants to go to the co-op. So I feel like what I want to do this time is Dan's ending with Tommy's compromise. So I've been saying we're focusing on the book, and I do mean that. We're focusing on the book. Selecting the magazines will choose Dan's resolution, and Linda and Tommy will be disappointed. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and choose Dan's ending, and then we'll go and pick Tommy's compromise. Because like Linda was saying, the co-op's not in their budget, so I am just not sure that, you know, her doing that is in the overall best interest anyway. The Diary of Claire Bradford, September 5th, 1961. Maybe getting my thoughts down on paper will help. Make a list. That's what Mom always taught me. So, dear diary, here are the wonderful things about Roger. He's very handsome. He'll soon be working as a lawyer at his father's firm, though the job is no gift. He worked so hard in college. He might be the only person on earth who loves music as much as me. He especially loves the songs I write him. His family has money, which of course shouldn't matter, but it's nice to feel secure. Why wouldn't I marry someone like that? So we do have to remember that in the night, we find old stories that are linked to the house. So we don't want to miss anything. We still want to thoroughly explore. The bathrooms are just unnecessary rooms. There's nothing ever in them. Put something in a bathroom. Just so that I feel like I have a reason to check them. I think I've given up on that. So we can pick Tommy's kite. Alright, so now September 6th, 1961, The Diary of Claire Bradford. I don't know why, but I feel like I can really get my thoughts together here. That's why this entry isn't going to be very fun, but fair is fair. I've already waited a day, and there's no use delaying it any longer. Here are the not-so-wonderful things about Roger. He can be so self-absorbed, especially when he's working on something. No one will ever accuse him of having a great sense of humor. He's so very predictable. Sometimes it makes me feel secure, other times I just feel so bored. I wonder if maybe he spends too much time chasing his father and not enough time being his own man. There. Now I feel rotten. I do love him very much. Everyone has his flaws. Are his so bad? Okay, fine. I'm checking the bathroom. Alright, so we're choosing Tommy's compromise. So we're going to go ahead and do that and cement that in. So I think that means he's going to get to go to the camp. Hopefully. I'm just going to do one last sweep and make sure we found everything. I feel like 2 things in the nighttime portions is like pretty solid, but I don't know for sure. I feel like that's usually all we get, but I also don't want to miss anything. It's hot drama. All the lamps being highlightable. It's so weird to me. I know that in stealth mode you need them, but I'm not playing in that mode. I'm just wandering around as an entity of some sort. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring this chapter to a close. Alright, let's see what we got. Dan decided to take some small part of his fate into his own hands and place an ad for his book in the literary register. He knew that by placing the ad, he was putting himself on the line to deliver a better book. The accountability jolted him, and for the next week he woke up each day with a newfound focus that translated directly to the page. And Dan knew that while he couldn't also pay for Tommy to go to camp, it was important for him to have more playtime with other children his age, so he called up Davy's parents and arranged regular playdates at the playground in town. He tried to make the trip himself as often as possible, and it made a difference for Tommy. Oh, so he doesn't get to go to camp. That's sad. Linda had resigned herself to the fact that they couldn't afford the co-op, but the flash of excitement she got when she heard about the inheritance quickly faded when Dan decided not to use it for the co-op's fee. She tried to channel her frustration into her work, but found herself so distracted that she got almost nothing done for days. Ah, so the inheritance went towards publicizing his book, taking out that ad for it, I suppose. So what's our next chapter called? It's called The Show. All right. So, oh, Linda got a letter this time. Alright, so I'm going to end this episode here. If you want to find out what is in Linda's letter, then be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, I'm the Purple Pegasus, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!